All right. Good morning. This is the group energy clearing on November 12th, 2023. And I've been spending last night and today really tuning into the energies, and really what I tend to bring up is kind of what I'm feeling in the collective, what I'm feeling within myself, what I'm feeling from lots of clients and lots of folks and lots of people around, and really kind of where the energy is. And so that's what I try to bring forward in these group energy clearings, because there's usually a big piece for everyone to dive into. Hey, Ray. So what has been really coming into my awareness are a few things. One is around, where do we want to prioritize? Like, what do we want to prioritize in our lives? But what are we not currently doing? Like, there's something that we really want to prioritize, but there's a block in the way from us going into it. What is there something that you really want to prioritize in your life that you are not prioritizing currently? And I had to write these questions down to really go into it a little bit more deeper. Buenos días, Laura. Bienvenidos.
Buenos días.
Yes. So, yeah. And how are we not holding ourselves accountable? And there's this big energetic block that I'm starting to see within us and within the collective around, what do we want, but we're not prioritizing? And how are we not holding ourselves accountable? So we can go into, when I was on my walk today, and I was listening really to the trees, and I was watching the birds a lot, and then these thoughts just kept on coming in. And it was really around, how are we keeping ourselves in our heads and not sinking into our hearts to keep this in flow, to make this be in flow? And is what we want really in flow? Are we not accepting the energies how they are? We are not accepting it in flow. Are we blocking ourselves because we're kind of still analyzing or beating ourselves up in our heads and not sinking into our hearts? So when I was out in nature today, that just kept on saying, bring forward, where are you in your head and not in your heart? And where's the disconnect in what you want that you're not bringing forward within yourself? I was tuning into the fall energy today. Right. And I feel there's a lot of wind around, the leaves are falling and they're flowing down and all of that stuff. And we get into wind energy, there is a level of like creativity and swirling and connection that can happen with fall energy. But there's also within that, with the leaves falling and all the leaves everywhere and the this and that, there can feel like some scatteredness. There's like a scatteredness energy that can come really with fall as well. And I'm sensing that with a lot of people, and where that scatteredness is, they're not able to really anchor into your heart, into this transition into fall and almost into winter. For us in the what are we in, Western Hemisphere, or this piece of not allowing ourselves to go into the flow of transition, into slowing down, going within. There are still folks fighting this deeper Scorpio energy, which is trying to get us to go deeper and deeper within. And there are incidences that are still coming up in our lives that we are sourcing as our teachers, that many folks are not seeing as lessons. Many folks are still going into reaction mode.